Nayahwawa twakotan kiri twamanko kapana chipatwa. Nayahwawa twakotan kiri twamanko kapana chipatwa. Kota taipino tasiri tatan mamano kapana hankelkan yatisasti escuela rusarañmunta hankelkan yatisasti escuela rusarañmunta.
Good evening. Hello, how are you? In Aymara is just one expression. What is the expression? Kamisaraki. You heard that? Kamisaraki. No kamikaze, Kamisaraki. That is the expression to say all the great things you want to tell to these people. Friends, around the other side, another 20 islands, which is the not touristic side, which is the no visited islands. Understand? We have grand generations living there, and they don't like tourists exactly. You know, superstitious. You know, it says if tourists come, he's going to be bad, like no, anymore good, like for fish and stuff like that. You heard. But here, no, people really love tourists, and people. Now, one of the main activities on these islands is tourism. You see, they're doing a lot of work for maintaining of the island in a way to make attractive the island for tourists. That's the name of the community, Uros. Okay, but the name of the island, I mean, each island has a name, and the name of this island is called Totora Corazón. That's the name.
Kamisaraki hilatas kuyacas.
Waliki.
Nana kasti ukamaraki walik uchi hakat sita humanaka visit anipista aka isla Totora Corazón ukauhar.
Okay, she said, brothers and sisters, how are you today? And we said, we are okay, eh? Kamisaraki. And he says, me and the families living here, we're really happy with you visit. And we appreciate very much you visit for you coming over this island, she says. Kasti?
Kasti humanakasti ma uta manakar kamaraki ut asyap ma akauhana. Kot nana kasti akan ut hiska familia patung hak chachanakas wawanakas.
Okay. He says now, staying on the island, feel like in your home. Don't worry about anything, just enjoy it. And here we live 5 families, she says. Cinco, no? 5 families and some 23 members in total living on the island, she says.
Una pachan sa tokteha, enero, febrero, halu pachanakan. May halun teha, kam uno na kayo. Kam taya putaw kayo, ayam umak uno na kayo, wat hokso na kayo kakila. Kwatare kinana kas tinaira achila hanaka. Akatrunghu na kamper coin apir.
Yeah, nice down. Okay, she says, this is the plant, you know, this is the reeds we surround, and this is the root of the reeds. I mean, the root is touching the bottom, is touching the Mother Earth. And she says the first work to do is to get the root of the reeds to build one of the islands. But to get this piece of root is not any time in the year. Only at the end of the wet season is the best time to get the root of the reeds. Because in January, February, March, I heard too, is when the level of the lake is getting higher, you see? It's approximately some 6 feet high, you know, almost. And water is coming, and we have storms, she says. We have the wind is blowing too much, and it's moving the reeds in this way. And the waves is pulling the root from the bottom. Are you understanding that? Yeah. The waves is pulling the root from the bottom. I mean, the people from these islands, they're not diving, they're not taking kind of sticks and pulling the root from the bottom. The nature is providing these families these pieces of root. Huge blocks, of course. Let me ask how many pieces of root we have in this island, okay? Some 20 blocks in this island, she says. I'm sure that the blocks are not all the big ones, can be smaller ones too, you see? But she says 20 blocks to build this island. ¿Cuántos años tiene tu isla? Okay, the island's very young, she says, only 6 years old. Wow. 6 years old, but one of these islands, the last, can be for some 25 years. 15 days we need to put new layers of trees. And they do a lot of crisscross to put the reeds on the top. Okay? Yeah, a lot of layers on, please. A lot of layers. The island, it has approximately some 9 feet thick. Understand that? 9 feet thick. Let's say, yes, the root is some 6 feet thick, and just the reef is another 3 feet thick. In total, makes some 9 feet thick the island. You see, and it's solid, of course. Yeah, that's it. And that's much.
Nanak maja ka isla ka aka tuturan pe aka kilim pichukanya pataki kompaktanya pataki ka anat ap bisino ka nakaimbit up anat anyan hutap bisino aksat kursat kwat anat ahap boli anat ahap futbo basket antan muna para to ka hanipilot kheti amaki.
Okay, she says when we put the reeds on, we do games on the island. They invite the neighbors to play football on the island, to play volleyball on the island. They want to try to play basketball on the island. Doesn't work to play basketball, she says. But why they do the games? I heard in other islands they do dancing as well. Why these games of dancing? Because these families are compacting the reeds well. No? Compacting well. When it's well compacted, they feel that's necessary to put more layers of reeds on. They still put more layers of reeds on. When they feel that the island is quite stable to live, this is when the families start to build the houses on the islands. You see? Yeah. You heard? Where we want to build the houses, we must put extra reeds on the houses, he says. Look at the house here, or the house there, or that house there is a little bit higher, you know? Because if they build a house just on the earth, it's quite a lot of humidity in there. And these families, they want to get less humidity, of course, and that's why the house is a little bit higher. A ver, muéstrale una chema como una casa. Look at just some centimeters down there is already wet. You will see that. You see that?
Yeah.
It's already wet down there, and that's why the people, they don't want to get problems with how to say rheumatism, other problems with too much wet. Yeah, that's why the house higher. But I think the humidity that they get on this island, my friends, is good for the people, because in the mainland, for us, not enough humidity. Maybe you felt already that last night. Your nose blocked. You know, that's a big problem for tourists too. Not only the altitude. Okay, then is coming the houses. To move one of the houses is very easy, he says. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, she was saying to move one of the houses among 4 men, he says, or 6 men. But now we are enough strong to move one of the houses, she said, and they moved the little tiny house. 1, 2, 3. The house is a modern house. I mean, this is very typical traditional house, and that's quite modern. Eh? That's a tower to look for tourists to look out, but for themselves, for communication, one time it got used. But today the tower is not used very much for themselves because most of them are together in one side. You see? This is me, the president. I'm calling the neighbors. That's to cook, she said. Yeah. If we put the oven just on the reeds, we can lose the iron in the next 5 minutes because you can see the reeds are flammable. You see, the fire is very dangerous here. And they know how to make a fire, they know how to keep the fire in some areas, she says. You see, to make a fire, for example, to cook, she said, we put a flat stone on the island. On the flat stone, they put the oven to cook. As you saw some minutes ago, you see, on the stone, on the oven. And same reed is used as a firewood to make a fire on the island, she said. Also, they bring eucalyptus firewood from the mainland. That's very helpful for the people. But this is very ancestral way how they cook in that way. That's why I was mentioning before, that's not usual to see anymore, how they cook, you know. Now, most of the younger generation is starting to get gas propane. You know, gas propane is much faster, cleaner. You see the little kitchen, that little building there? That's the kitchen where the people are using the gas propane. Or the other kitchen over there, or this one here.
Well, the sun is better.
Waliki.
Ayan sutiga Celia.
Celia, her name. She's 34 years old. 3 children. It's one husband.
You say you were single.
Yeah, I think she's single yet because her pompons, you see in the hairs, is quite colorful.
Okay.
Because she's not married yet. But she already got the children. She's living together, you know. And but she's not married yet. That's why. You see? After the wedding, she's gonna change the colors of pompons. Can be black or brown. You know. Yeah, that is what for married women.
Nasutihah Liz.
Liz, her name.
Okay.
Liz. Yeah.
Limsatong kamarani.
She's 30 years old. Yeah.
Pawawa.
2 babies.
Come on.
This person is that? I'm asking for a husband. We have no husband. She got a husband. Maybe he's working around, no? Está trabajando afuera, ¿no? Yeah, he's working harvesting reeds, he says. ¿No más hijos? ¿Hay no más? Oh, no more babies. 2 enough. Come on.
Kamisaraki,
¿Cuál?
Ilatas Culiacas,
Waliki.
Nansutija Irma,
Irma, hola Irma.
Pusitung Marane,
She's 40 years old.
Chachan, Chachas Monokito, but
I have no husband. Even I don't need it, she says. I just you want to stay here. You love me, can you stay here with me? Easy work here, just fishing and harvesting reeds. That's it, she says. ¿Tú, mami?
Kamisaraki.
Waliki.
Nansutih Monica.
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 Soltera.
I'm single.
Oh, my heart is bumping.
She's 26 years old. ¿Cuántos hijos?
Soltera.
Ah, yeah, muy bien. Ah, yeah, her heart's quite clear. Yeah, she's single. Muy bien. Nancy?
Kamisaraki.
Waliki.
Nansutiga Nancy.
Yeah, you know I'm already the president from the island. He's the president, yeah?
Pusitung pusin marani. Pawawani yokalkam.
Yeah, she's 41 years old and 2 boys.
Presidenta pa jajanir.
I am a president, I can't get a chance to get 2 husbands. I think the man there is her husband.
Waliki.
Calixto.
Calixto.
Pusitung sohta marani.
She's 46 years old.
Acá warmija.
It's my wife.
More. Okay.
It's too small.
You're one of the taller women on the
Gracias amigos por visitarnos a nuestra isla Totora. Gracias amigos por visitarnos a nuestra isla Totora. Nosotros les cantaremos con el amor.